Yo, what is up, my loafers? This is Nanobread, and as you can see, my face cam is also back, and we are back for another episode of Stardew Everyday. Now, I know you guys have probably really missed my face, so I'm really glad I could provide you this amazing service with bringing it back for your viewing. I do think it's a little bit better quality than my older one was. Honestly, I couldn't really tell you what webcam my old one was, just because it was from my brother originally. But this one, I got it as a recommendation from one of Disguised Toast's videos. He was giving advice on streamers and if you wanted to become one and the gear that they would need. A few of my gear is actually from that video, like my Yeti microphone and as well as this webcam now. Alright, today is a bit of a good humor day, which is I think the second highest luck that I can have. And I feel adventurous, so I'm gonna go head into the mines after I go talk to the wizard to unlock donations at the community center. Oh, and speaking of that, I'll actually go to the community center too and make donations that I can. Man, not a good start though. I got pretty low energy, so hopefully I can find a lot of good food in the mines. So as you guys might have remembered, I believe it was around 2 videos ago now, I was talking about like which majors I would potentially switch into, and one of them was music because, you know, I played trumpet pretty much throughout all my life and it's one of my greatest passions. And I'll put up the comment now asking the question. They asked me if I was given the opportunity to, would I invest my time back into music, or would I just, you know, consider picking music back up? And if there are any instruments from any culture that I would like to learn. Well, this isn't creepy, you know, you just find a guy in the woods like this. I don't know if I want to come in. Nice, it's the little Junimo. He's so cute, but he's being held hostage. Let him go. Oh, peace. Alright, I'm gonna go rob him now. What should I take first? Probably the candles, huh? Oh my god. Man, I'm a real pushover. I kind of just do what anyone says. I have like no self-preservation skills. If a weird man in purple robes asked me to drink up a potion where he just said there's a bunch of naturey stuff in there, including a toad, I'm not sure if I should drink that. And of course, I do it anyway. Who cares what I think, huh? Oh, and now I'm starting to trip out. Did he just make me drink like the equivalent to weed? Is that what happened? Did he just get me high? Am I like turning into a tree? Is that what's happening? Yeah, I'm not sure that's the only thing I gained. I probably lost some things too in that. Alright, let's see. Okay, I do have all those, so I can go donate that. Construction bundle, that's pretty easy. Okay, everything is pretty easy so far. So in regards to the question from the comments, obviously, yes, I would want to pick back up the trumpet and music in general. Like I said, it's kind of always been there in my life. I started playing the trumpet since 5th grade, and I've kind of just been into music for that long as well, whether it's listening to artists or even maybe trying to at least think about composing my own. Oh no, I actually don't have a green onion. Looks like I'm gonna have to run back down there to try to find one. But yeah, like I said, I considered doing it for a major, and honestly, I still think about that now. If it wasn't for, I guess, like the money issue, I would happily become a musician, but it's not always guaranteed that you'd find a gig or that you'd even land in an orchestra. So there's just kind of like too many variables for me to try and want to do that. I also don't have the greatest embouchure, and that has changed throughout the years. For those that don't know, your embouchure is basically like your lip and mouth shape and structure that allows you to buzz through the mouthpiece into the trumpet to make the sound with your vibrations. Damn, no green onions, so I guess I can't finish that one today, but I'll still donate what I have. And in terms of my embouchure, I play with a lot of my top lip, and I play in what's typically called the red zone, which is basically just the red, like, fleshy parts of your lips, and that's not very good. Somehow I've managed to adapt and make that embouchure work, but it's been really limiting to me in terms of like my stamina when I'm playing and everything like that. And it doesn't help that I've had to spend a period of time with Invisalign on, so that also really limited the vibrations now, since there was something physically blocking like my teeth and my lips from each other. But I eventually got past that as well, just like with my embouchure issue. But now it's been around 3 or 4 months since I last played the trumpet, and in that time I have also gotten my aligners finished, so I no longer have to wear them as well. And when I recently tried picking back up the trumpet, it was really hard. I could barely buzz out a normal C to C scale within the staff, which is like the standard range for a trumpet player. And anything higher than that, it was a real struggle. So it was kind of demoralizing trying to get back into it. But I know that I can really just use this time to try my best, get my embouchure to where it should be, or to even get used to the feeling of my old embouchure again. That has kind of been demoralizing as well, because I did try to fix my embouchure, but I sounded even worse and was able to play with a lot less range than I was with my previous embouchure. And again, I know a lot of it just has to do with the feeling of it and getting used to it again, but it's just really hard when you're struggling to do something that you know that you were at least really good at before. So that's been kind of tough on me. But I am really stubborn, so I won't give up, and I'm hoping that one day I'll be able to not only get back to the form that I was, but to be even better than it. That's one reason why I kind of haven't been going back to my video game ensemble back at my old university. I don't live terribly close to it. I'm about roughly 40 minutes to an hour away from it, but I still have kind of the motivation and drive to go back. It's just that I'm kind of really embarrassed and ashamed with my playing abilities right now, so I don't want to like make a fool of myself, waste both my time and their time with me going back when I'm in this state. So I'll just keep up to date with the music that they are posting and slowly but surely practice my way into a form where I think is acceptable to go back. But again, that's also been something that is keeping me down. I really did playing in that ensemble. Playing video game music is great. It's something that I've always really wanted to do, and when I heard that there was a club for it at my school, I was really excited. There's this video game medley that was made by Insane in the Rain. He did a 3 movements medley from just a bunch of different games, and that has been something. Whoa, who's that, like 4? My god, I've never seen that many of them. But yeah, regarding Insane in the Rain, he'd made a 3 movement medley full of video game music, and ever since I heard that, I really wanted to play it, but I just never had an opportunity to. I've never had like the ensemble to even, you know, have the idea of playing that. but once I got to the video game ensemble, with us still being like fairly small and a relatively new group, I knew that right away we weren't going to be able to do it, but maybe eventually. And I still have that hope, but like I said, right now, I don't think I'll be able to be informed to play for at least a little bit. Wow, I am really struggling for energy down here. Hopefully by killing one of these mobs, I'll be able to get a ladder. Otherwise, I think I might have wasted my time. Oh, thank God I found a ladder there. Whew. That's 5 floors. And there's the elevator. Whew. In terms of another instrument I would want to learn, it's kind of hard to pick just one. In fact, it's kind of one of my life goals to learn every major instrument. And when I mean major instrument, I mean instruments that are typically used in like wind and string ensembles, jazz, classical, all those things. I would want to at least be proficient in all of them. So far, if I can get back to my form, I feel like I am more than proficient in trumpet. I currently own a guitar, which I'm slowly but surely learning how to play that. Trombone, the hardest thing there to remember is just the slide positions. And then I also have a kalimba. I know it's not like a main instrument, but it has its few niches that I think would come in handy. I always wanted to play one of those big bass instruments, for example, like the tuba or a sousaphone. I know that they're very heavy, and I think most people probably would not want to play those. But I've always had a fascination with them, and I always liked the low sound that they were able to produce. But those are very expensive to own, so I don't think I'll be able to get one of those. For a more realistic option in terms of what I could start playing and afford, it would probably be the French horn. Now obviously I'm not talking about getting like a professional grade one such as my Vox Stradivarius for my trumpet, but I did see on like Amazon that I could get one for maybe around 500 or 600, and that's honestly kind of up there for what I'm willing to spend right now. I've always loved the instrument too. I wouldn't have to adjust too much. It's just a smaller mouthpiece and learning a few new fingerings, but in terms of the clef that it's in, it's the same as the trumpet, and it's just very prominent in basically any sort of piece. I would say everything except jazz. I don't really notice it too much there, but it sounds like a very fun instrument to play. I've tested it on my friend's French horn a few times back in high school, and I always had a great time playing it. With that life goal of wanting to learn like a bunch of like mainstream instruments, I actually wanted to do kind of like a one-man ensemble type of thing, especially for like YouTube videos where I wouldn't need to like get a bunch of friends together and like coordinate all of our times. I would just be able to record it myself. Now with that being said, I would still love to like collaborate with other people in terms of maybe recording a music video or something, but I always found that very fascinating. Like Christopher Bill, all of his stuff is usually trombone, but he's able to make like loops and medleys just by himself. And Insane in the Rain also falls perfectly into that category as well. Once I have the money and time to do all that, then you guys can expect that kind of content to be on this channel as well. Like always, now that I've answered that question, I want to hear from you guys as well. So if there's any instruments that you do play, please tell me all about you and your journey with it. And if you don't play an instrument, but you want to, please tell me what you want to learn as well. Pet the cat. Oh, I already did. Alright, with the day coming to a close, I just wanted to give you guys a heads up that in the next few days, hopefully, I don't want to jinx it, there should be a new video coming out that is not Stardew Everyday. that one will be more gameplay oriented, so I won't have like this conversation type video with you. But with that being said, this series shouldn't be affected at all, and you guys will have this every day still. I hope you guys enjoy it, and with that, I will see you guys next time. Have a good night, loafers.